Oh man, did this movie mess with me. Hey there, NetBest Buds, and welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm Ray, and today we're going to be looking at Ad Astra. So Ad Astra is the latest sci-fi epic that just came out this past weekend, and it answers the age-old question of, what would it be like to see Brad Pitt in space? It was pretty awesome, let me tell you. God, this movie. But while I have you at the beginning of the video, definitely go down and subscribe so you can stay up to date with all the videos that I do put out. And the question in this video is, if you were given the opportunity to go explore some far-off planet, you know, safely, but it was a one-way trip, would you do it? I honestly don't know if I could go. That would definitely mess with a lot of things that I got going on up here. But if they gave me like terabytes of movies to watch while I'm going, maybe some video games, like give me some Bloodborne for a while, some Dark Souls, some Gears of War, all that good stuff. Maybe, you know, provided nobody goes crazy and tries to kill all of us, like in so many other space movies where they have to go into far off areas on missions. But yeah, if that was the case, I'd probably maybe consider it. Could I bring Fox? In the not too distant future, a major in the US Space Force must travel across the solar system to bring back his estranged father and stop a catastrophe that could end life as we know it. Let me start by saying that I've never felt this way coming out of a movie. It had such a profound effect on me, and I was not expecting it to do so. I was anxious and tense and in awe of the journey that Brad Pitt's character, Major Roy McBride, had to go on. My palms were sweating through the majority of the film, but sadly, there was none of my mother's spaghetti in the vicinity, so that's kind of disappointing. I felt so immersed into this movie, like I was actually on this journey with Brad Pitt, and leaving the theater, I was really numb for a while. Like I felt like I had been on this months-long journey with the character, and just some of the things you go through, like I guess really echoed in me. I don't know, it was such a weird feeling to come out of a movie feeling that way. The movie's absolutely gorgeous, from some of the shots and scenery, some of the environments, both in the different space areas to just the emptiness of space itself. It was awesome, so pretty. To go along with the visuals, the score in this movie was phenomenal. It was so good. Brad Pitt was also really good as Major Roy McBride in the movie. He's not given a lot of dialogue in the moment to moment, and he does an excellent job of portraying the emotions and the thoughts racing through his mind just through the way he emotes on his face and through his body language. And he does narrate as well. There's a lot of narration to, you know, help you understand more of what he's going through. And what I really liked was that narration came at kind of like perfect moments, because it was a lot of things that I was thinking about what's going on in the movie, and he just comes in and just is basically like, yeah man, I feel the same way. So I struggle a lot with my own insignificance in the world and in the universe as a whole, and not really knowing your place, and that was absolutely mirrored and amplified by all of the events and emotions and feelings that McBride is going through in this movie. So it was really interesting to have that, you know, existential crisis constantly throughout the movie. What I did love though was that by the end of the film, McBride realizes that this kind of cold, calculating demeanor that he has isn't healthy or good for him, and he starts to realize that he has to, you know, accept other people and rely on them and learn to love and be loved and everything that encapsulates. And I thought it was a really great way to end the movie, showing his whole journey to that kind of revelation. His ending narration definitely inspires a lot of hope and faith in humanity. And I like the narration itself, even though the sentiment is kind of like something we've seen a million times in these kinds of movies. But I really liked it in here. It was really good. I thought the film also encapsulated human nature really well when it kind of describes this near future where everything's really commercialized, with commercial space travel to the moon, warring factions on the moon fighting for resources, just, you know, kind of the despicable and worst parts about humanity. It was definitely stuff that I was thinking watching it. Like, he gets to the moon space station and it's like an airport. There's portals for like DHL and there's a subway sign, and I'm just like, that really bums me out if that's where space travel would go, and let's be real, it will go that way. because money. And lastly, despite what the trailers might have shown, there isn't a lot of action in the movie. Like, there's definitely a lot of intense moments. There are some action set pieces, like when they're having the pew 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 space battle on the moon. Other than that, the movie is a very slow burn that analyzes McBride's character and how he feels throughout the whole experience. And that's not a negative by any means. If the narrative's executed well, I think a slower movie can be really great. And this movie in particular absolutely excels in that aspect. So I was sold from the first trailer when I was promised Brad Pitt in space, but the movie delivers so much more for me, and I definitely recommend it to anyone who likes the idea of space travel. Ad Astra gets a 9 out of 10. I really wish I had the opportunity to see this on an IMAX screen, because I feel like the immersion in that would be just off the charts. And maybe I'll try to go see a IMAX showing. More than likely, I'll just wait for the movie to come out on 4K Blu-ray. This is the one I'm probably gonna do. So that's my review for Ad Astra. It was an incredible movie for me. As always, thanks for watching the video. It means a great deal to me that you're continuing to watch the videos that I do put out. Definitely go out and subscribe like I mentioned earlier. Give the video a like, share it with a movie-loving friend, and let me know down in the comments down here if you would take a one-way space trip to, a faraway planet. Thanks for watching, everybody. See ya.